Welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Romano. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how is it that someone who's been homeless becomes a multimillionaire. In other words, it's the term rags to riches. There's been many movies about it, such as the Eddie Murphy movie, Trading Spaces. I'm not going to go through the whole list of movies, but you get the point. Before we continue the video, please remember to do thumbs up, press the button, if you want to say thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much. There's a fundamental difference that happens when someone is either, let's say, a yogi or someone who becomes a Buddhist monk. There's so many cults out there that teach the people that they're training on how to remove your mental blocks. So, for example, I don't know exactly which group does this, but there's a group that will have you walk on fire, or a group that has you sleep on needles, and the list goes on. And it's to get rid of that fear in the person's mind. Now, of course, you don't have to do all of that, but for someone that's homeless, when you're sleeping in a car, after a while, you realize that at a certain point, that whatever you do is really not going to work, and you feel like you're closed, like you're living in a box. However, if you sleep in the car and you're homeless long enough, then you lose the idea, oh, nothing works, that type of idea in your mind. And you just say, oh, what the hell? I tried this, I tried that, let me just try it again. And that's what happens in the entrepreneur side of the mind. The entrepreneur type of person, when they see a good idea or something that they like, they'll go ahead and do it. That's what happens when a person becomes homeless. For example, I met a client, and this was a very sad story, but I was very impressed by him. Because as soon as I met him, I knew that he wasn't typical, and I knew that he was very analytical, okay? So I got to spend a couple hours with him and his family. And after a while, once his wife left, he started to open up to me and tell me what actually happened. And he told me he was homeless. And the fact that he had not taken a dime from the company until after 10 years. Because he was homeless, he had a fear of not having money. He developed a mechanism that he was not going to spend a dime. And I noticed that he was very analytical, with him calculating everything, the prices, and scratching his head, and so forth. And so afterwards, his wife left. He told me that he was homeless, and he told me for how long, and he told me why. He just gave up. He couldn't survive. It was impossible to pay for an apartment with minimum wage, and no matter what he did, he tried to get a job, but it just didn't work out. Now, me being a background in psychology, I'm not just a PhD in finance and have 2 MBAs, one in finance, one in risk management, but I also have a psychology degree from undergrad. I have a degree in social sciences, but all of my coursework was on psychology and economics. So when he told me, he looked into a magazine, he was reading a magazine, and the fact that his entertainment during this time period was reading, either doing Scrabble in the back of a magazine or reading the magazine entirely. And that was the way he entertained his mind. So not only did he increase his ability to remember by doing Scrabble, remember, people who play Scrabble, it increases the memory. That's why older people should be doing that. Secondly, he opened up a magazine and it said a mortgage course. It was a mortgage school, so what did he do? He went and tried to do it because he had nothing else to lose. Again, because he had nothing else to lose, that was the mind, the way he was thinking at that point. He graduated and he started at exactly the right time. It was after the mortgage crisis happened of 2008, and he walked from house to house and he asked them, would you like me to refinance your mortgage? He not only got every single house on that block because the interest rates were going down, that he made a fortune and he was able to grow his business to multi-states, not just the state that he was in. And because he was so frugal, because he developed a fear of not having money because he was homeless, that every penny actually counted towards something, that he used the tax write-offs that you can use to grow your business. So he opened up a business in the state that he lived in, then another state, and he continued to go on. This person is actually in the media, and he also has commercials that he talks about his mortgage business. I was so impressed by him telling me his personal information that he decided to make a video of it. And it's been a year now that I met him, a long time ago, 12 months ago, but I was so impressed that I started to realize, because of him, there were other people that I had met about how they got started in business. And so for those people to wonder, well, how does someone go from rags to riches? It's a mental change that happens. And that mental change is you give up your mental blocks, stop living in a box mentally, and just try something. Stop thinking about everything too much and focus on what you have a passion for. And so I just wanted to share that information with you. It was the most extraordinary piece of information that I could learn, even from my life, to get rid of my mental blocks. For example, I had wanted to do YouTube over 5 years ago. I knew YouTube was going to be very big, actually more than 5 years ago, a long time ago, maybe like 7 or something like that. I remember in 2014, I had wanted to do YouTube, but I didn't because I had so many mental blocks, like how was I going to film the video? How was I going to edit it? It cost money for that. How was I going to upload it? How everything. How was I going to get followers and so forth? But after a year on YouTube, I have done 80 videos, more than 80 videos, and actually a lot more. I haven't posted all of them. But it turns out the best videos are the videos that I think are the worst. So I guess I don't really have a understanding of what's going to be a good video or not. It seems like my worst videos do really well. And so after that, it took me until last year to finally say, it's time for me to do YouTube. And I did it, and so it's been 1 year that I'm on YouTube, and I love it because I get to make market predictions. I've done a number of market predictions since last August of 2021. They've all come true. I give you advice on how to save money, how to invest money, and if you have a lot of money, I also give you advice on what is a hedge fund, how to invest in hedge funds, etc. What's a fund of funds? And I get to provide all that information with you, pretty much all the information that I learned in my PhD research. And so that's why I love YouTube so much, and I'm so thankful for that one person to tell me that he got rid of his mental blocks and he just tried it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember, if you want to subscribe to my channel, just press the button so you get my future videos. And please do thumbs up. It's right there. You just click it to say thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much.